Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy MKS here. Hope everyone's well as ever. It's three obviously of my plans for the future, or what I'd love to happen before or by at least 2030. I know I've covered a few of my plans before, so as I often mention or keep mentioning, I hope to repeat too many ideas. But I hope you'll enjoy this. It's now 10 past midnight, so I'm recording quite late. I'm hoping to have lots of fun tomorrow. Unfortunately, I didn't do any writing today, or technically yesterday, so I'm a bit disappointed about that. But overall, it wasn't too bad a day, I suppose. I would like to be have been more organised or energetic and that kind of thing, and got a bit more done. But never mind. And I didn't even do much cleaning or any cleaning or turning up, so I feel a bit bad about that. But anyway, tomorrow I'm just going to take it easy and do what I can, write what I can think of, and plan, and just have fun. Hopefully, that's the plan. Things don't always go to plan, but anyway. Sorry, I'm waffling, but I'm going to try and get on with this list. I think there was something I was going to say, but I forgot, so I'm going to try and crack on with the list anyway. I often say I don't want these videos to be too long. So anyway, here goes. Number 21. I hope to find out about as many Asian YouTubers as possible and raise their profile, and maybe like the top 30 Asian YouTubers, and raise the profile of at least 30 general or random YouTubers. And by top YouTubers, I suppose we can look into like the most, I say we, or whoever I can network with perhaps, can look into the most subscribed Asian YouTubers, or the most liked videos, or the ones who have generated the most money, or have the best advertising deals, or whatever. So depending on how we look at the best Asian YouTubers, and I hope to do that ASAP. But yeah, so raise a profile of 30 Asian YouTubers, find out the top 30 Asian YouTubers, I say, possibly by sub count, or by likes, or by advertising deals, or again by whichever ones have generated the most revenue, and maybe even more than 30. I know I was sticking to this list of 30, but it could be even quite a few, or many of them. And again, I'd love to perhaps collaborate with people in the future and find out more about Asian YouTubers, and also, as I said before, like April, May, and June of this year, at least, well, every year, but preferably from this year, I hope to look into things about Asia, all about Asia, really. So I hope to do that from this year on, for as long as I can, and hopefully my projects will benefit Asia as much as possible. 22, I hope to look to the top 30 places to see, or things to do, or vice versa, whichever order you want to put it in, across Asia. And again, people to share things about Asia, facts and all that, and top places to see, or top things to do, and things like that. 23, I hope to look at ideas for fundraising to benefit Asia as much as possible, and things like things like supporting people from slums, orphanages, what charities and NGOs and so forth can go to parts of Asia and benefit the slums and orphanages, and provide medical care and training, and teach people about things like how to stay safe, and things like hopefully all being well, and hopefully benefit the people in slums and orphanages, and people from the poorest backgrounds, Dalits, disabled and other disadvantaged or poor people across Asia, the poorest possible people, maybe the poorest 10% people, especially in Asia, and by 2030 generally. I'm not sure how much I want to stick to just Asia, or talk about my plans generally, but yeah, so supporting 10% of the poorest people in every possible country ASAP, and hopefully by 2030 I will have achieved that goal. As I say, ASAP. If I can do so even this year or next year, it'd be great. But I hope it's an ongoing process. 24, I hope for people to talk about their favourite parts of Asia, what they like to see and do in Asia, what Asian nations they've been to, and which ones they have liked the least and the most, and what are the most popular and common parts of Asia, what are the most popular parts of Asia. Sorry. And again, what sort of things there are that they enjoy seeing and doing in Asia, and that sort of thing. And again, more generally in what I call the four, and island as well, places like that. But especially Asia. 25, I know I often mention this point, but I definitely hope to support republics and anti-imperialism, as I call it, anti-ISIS, as in anti-imperialism, colonialism, empire, and supremacy. So countries that have been affected by that, and countries which haven't invaded other countries, and things like that. So, as ever, I hope that makes sense. 26, I hope for Asia to host events to bring in anti-imperialists and to work with Africa more, looking at what they have in common as they were colonized, and the fortune to generally network together, and Ireland as well, and seeing how they can support each other and that kind of thing. There was a point I was thinking of and I've forgotten it, so that's a bit frustrating, as often happens to me, but damn it. I was going to say something for point 27, but I forgot now. I'm probably not going to try and remember it, because otherwise the video might be too long, but maybe I'll remember and put it in the comments. But yeah, so I hope to do all I can. Number 27, I hope to do as much as I can to benefit Asia, and hopefully remember the point I was going to come up with and post it in the comments section. But yeah, support Asian projects as much as possible, whether that's in science, engineering, learning English, language and communication, how they can trade with the rest of the world and things like that, and how they can come together more, network together more, and just generally support each other through Pan-Asianism, like what they can learn from each other and how they can support each other politically and in all possible ways. As the saying goes, everyone needs good neighbours, so hopefully there will be good neighbours to each other, especially China and India, but generally Pan-Asianism. I hope to promote that as much as possible. 28, my mind's gone completely blank now. Probably shouldn't make videos too late at night, but I hope to help Asia to become the richest place, the richest continent, and again to cooperate with each other, network together. Glad I remember that point eventually. 29, again, I hope to, in the future, I hope to also think of new ideas and develop ideas and plans, and support as many people with learning disabilities and things like that across Asia, and to become as financially free and as financially rich as possible, and also to alleviate poverty, especially in Asia, and again support those groups I talked about before. Excuse me, and possibly talk in the future about 30 groups I'd like to support in Asia, if I can think of that many. I know I always stick to or maybe I should stick to just 10 or something for once, or as they say, 20 is plenty, or whatever. And number 30, again, I'd love to hear from any new ideas or suggestions, any Asian projects, YouTubers, or African YouTubers as well, and things like that, projects, and how Asia and Africa can work together more, what things Asia and Africa have in common, like they're both generally colonized. I think pretty much every country in Asia as well as Africa was colonized. Certainly people tried to invade them if they didn't manage to do so, like even Ethiopia, which they say wasn't colonized, but people still tried to invade them. And many of them are republics, so that they have that in common as well. And many were, as well as people talk about African slavery, but there was also like indentured labor or slavery, or least servitude from people from Asia. I think Indians were taken as slaves as well, so they have that in common. The Chinese were used as indentured labor, so really Asia and Africa have more in common than they think. So as ever, I'd love to know what you think about this video. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. And I forgot to say, I was supposed to say in the intro, I knew there was something I forgot as well. Point 27, I kind of remembered it, which was going to be about, I often talk about rewarding people, and I was thinking like how India, as far as I'm aware, looked after my fellow Anglo-Indians, like after the days of the Raj, when the British Empire, when they left, the Indians didn't take revenge on us. They gave us seats in Parliament, they looked after us and things like that. So I'd love to reward India for that reason. Now I've forgot the other point I was going to make, so damn it. Again, I hope I remember any points I've forgotten and put them in the comment section. But yeah, I'd love to have any ideas to empower people from Africa and Asia, and what I call the four, and people of colour, and how they can network together and things like that. Oh yeah, I was going to say, now I remembered, in the intro I was going to say, please share and like and all that sort of stuff, and if you're a new viewer, please subscribe and just support the channel as much as possible. I know I need all the help I can get, so I really appreciate your support.